Rolling.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're listening to American Slacker Podcast with Matthew Gertz and Jesse Landers.
You'll see here the human male boasts the size of his testicles. I drive great when I'm blind. It's all about the sauce. Good, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Oh man, speaking of fucking, you want popcorn? I'll give you a popcorn kit. I'm just trying to go to Colorado and smoke some weed. Watch your fucking tots, huh? Those are my biscuits. Now, this is all alleged.
Welcome to American Slacker Podcast. As always, I'm Matt.
And I am Jesse, and today we're joined by accomplished actor, comedian, and podcaster Mark Forward.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Pleasure's
Thanks
all
for
ours,
having
man.
me.
Yeah,
I am all three of those things
We'll back you up. You got our vote.
in
Yes.
all of the in that order too.
100%.
So yeah, can you tell our audience a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Well, they probably already know, but I'll fill them in. My name's Mark Forward. I was born and raised in Oakville, Ontario. I live in Canada. And I've been doing stand-up for about, I always say 15 years, but it's probably been 17. Because it just makes me feel,
Keeping it
it just
down.
makes me feel old. I just feel like I'm turning into, I still remember getting in the car with those old headliners, and they were at the end.
Drooping.
And I'm just feeling like, oh shit, I'm that guy now.
Energy's running out a little bit.
Yeah. But and I do stand up and I do some acting and I have a podcast. Mark.
But I'm not,
Just a
I'm not
little bit.
surprised you're feeling a little run down. You're doing like everything, man.
Yeah, I've been pretty fortunate. I've got to touch in all parts of entertainment. So I'm working on a couple scripts now, and
Nice.
I've just found my way into everything. So it's been great. I've been very lucky. Very lucky. And relatively unknown. So I get to pay the bills and walk the streets.
You're not getting mobbed yet?
No, God, no.
Give
No,
it time.
it's
Give it
great.
time.
I get a lot of looks like people know me, but it's been great.
They can't tell if you like took their parking spot or
Yeah, or did we go to high school together, or yeah.
like I'm pretty sure I watched you in something or you pissed me off recently. It's one or the
Yeah.
other. I can't find
Usually they ask me what do I know you from, and then I tell them what I've done, and they're like, no,
Oh,
No.
that's not it.
damn. That's cold. They're not even faking it.
I don't even list it anymore. I don't list nothing because at the end they always say, no,
No, that's
that's
not it.
It's
That's not
fucked
it.
up.
Is it something else?
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Well,
Yeah.
I have to ask
Sure.
your podcast. I only recently got into it, but I know that it went on hiatus for a little bit. You said that you took a break. So it's sort of in like two different chapters now or two different seasons, it almost seems like.
Yeah. I do it with a guy named Eric Andrews, and when we started, we didn't know each other at all.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. I had a drink or two with him at a bar, and I liked the way we thought about things.
Mhm.
And so I called him out of the blue and said, "Hey, you want to do this podcast?" And he was really shocked. He was like, "Me?"
That's almost expressed in the name too, the Mark Forward podcast with Eric Andrews, a little tiny.
Yeah, and to be honest, and I would never say this on the podcast, but without Eric, it's not a podcast. It's nothing. So he brings everything to it, and he's the most willing participant in life I've ever met. And
Wow. Yeah. Anything you throw at him, he handles it.
he handles it, and he is willing to. He's willing to be humiliated in ways that I would never allow, and
Always
is
good.
so open with his life. It's unreal.
Mm.
To the point that I'll even say after sometimes I'll go, do you really want that out there? He's like, I don't care.
Oh man.
So yeah, he's just and he's such a lovely human being when you get to hang with him. So,
Yeah.
Mm.
but he is the worst. Like he is the worst because he will not refuse a dare. And
Oh, that'll get him in trouble quick.
The character he's doing on the show, it took me a while to like realize that like, oh, okay, he's doing something here. It's not just like he's not like a 12-year-old trapped in a man's body.
no, he's a willing participant.
Yeah.
But in real life, like honestly, we took a trip. We were doing some shows in Winnipeg, and I did say to him, everyone you talk to, you have to say, I'm Eric Andrews. Yay!
Oh God.
He did it too.
He does it. He does it. It was, every waiter we had, he does it with the stewardess on the plane. He commits. Yeah.
God.
So he's so fun to be around. I don't take advantage of it, but I do sometimes have fun with it. That he's willing to just do anything.
He's a hilarious guy
hilarious.
too, man. Yeah. Check out his stand up as well, and man, he's a funny guy.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, your guys' chemistry matches so well on air. I've got to say.
Yeah, it just works. And so I felt that when we were at the bar, and so it's just, 5 years later, we're still doing it, and we became friends. And it's kind of weird because you can sort of see it on the podcast, how we've changed with each other over the time. So, I'm no longer calling him a little sack of Hitler shit. And stuff like that.
See, it's odd because I've been doing it backwards, backwards. So I'm hearing all these things that are going to happen in a way. It's like being Tarantino'd to me.
It's an odd way to do it, yeah.
But it's hilarious because I'm like, oh, he dies? Like, what's this whole part with the cold cloth on his forehead and shit? It's hilarious, though, man.
He's been shot on that podcast twice. He's been in a car accident.
Getting him back.
Every
master.
every
I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's pretty odd, but we just like to go wherever we want to go. So
It's a wild ride.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think it makes for a very unique show, and there's too many podcasts these days. Like, let's be real.
Podcasts.
It's really refreshing to see something very unique like that. Like, you take a topical show and just you've made it your own thing. Like, there's nothing like it out there.
Yeah, it really makes me laugh when I put up the episode and it's like episode topic is coffee, and we're out in space looking for a fictitious character, and really has nothing to do with the topic ever. So.
It seems to have evolved over the time it's been produced to go pretty far away from, like, you'll touch on the topic a little bit, but then it ends up being some yelling and chair throwing from time to time.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun, and I'm glad we're doing it again because we just needed some time off, and you know how you get frustrated with stuff, and we just needed a little break, and now I think we're having more fun again.
Yeah,
so I don't like doing anything. As soon as I'm not having fun, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like, why waste the time, right?
Yeah,
you're a busy guy. I mean, you don't have time for that kind of thing anyway.
Yeah, it does. You guys know podcasting. Takes time.
Do you do the editing yourself, or?
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Oh man.
I enjoy some of the artistic choices with the music and stuff, like abrupt cut-offs and the specific songs that are chosen as well.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I have fun doing it. So
that's great.
Thanks for listening.
We won't go all inside baseball on this one with podcasting, since we're talking about podcasts on a podcast. Yeah. It seems a little too fucking meta. So one thing that we definitely want to touch on is you have a new stand-up special coming.
Yeah. I did one a couple years ago, and it did okay. And then our streaming service in Canada, Crave, wanted to do this special that I was doing in Edinburgh. And we were supposed to do it a year ago, and it has a lot of music in it, and we couldn't get some of the rights, and so it took another year to get it up there. But yeah, I think it's my best work. This one coming out, Mark Ford wins all the awards. It's pretty out there. It's pretty. I don't. Some might not even call it stand up, but
really,
yeah.
I'm intrigued.
It's pretty all over the place. because I went to Edinburgh. I don't know if you've ever been to Edinburgh
No.
for the festival, and there's
Love
like
to.
5,000 shows on, and I was there during when the net was hitting it big over there, and my show is all about not really mocking those kind of shows, but just taking the piss out of them a little bit.
Okay.
That some stand-up has gotten so serious, and so this show's supposed to be that, and it's not. It just turns into chaos.
Okay.
So yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It's
So, a satirical spoof on sort of like serious comedy.
yes, yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah. So my two choices were, I say in the show, were I could talk about being molested or death. That seems to be the two topics comics run with.
Yeah.
I'm 40 years old and I haven't been molested, and I'm not going to go through that to put on a show. So I choose death. And yeah, so the whole show's about death, and I try to be all deep, and yeah, it just turns into chaos. It's
That's great.
favorite thing I've ever done. So I'm one of those people that I usually hate everything I've done.
Yeah,
So if I'm saying I like it, I think it's pretty good.
I feel
Nice.
it's easy to get over.
Critical.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw
Yeah,
the previews,
so-
man. It looks great. It looks amazing.
Thanks.
I definitely see what you're saying. It looks different than a lot of like all of your other stuff, like the performance aspect. Like, granted, I've only seen limited trailers from what you've released so far, because you guys are top secret over there at Crave.
Yeah.
There's not even a release date yet, is there?
Yeah, it's coming out February 22nd. So
Oh,
next
22nd.
Friday.
Oh,
Next Friday. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect time for you to come on the show.
Yeah.
And actually, you're. I noticed that your special before this, Mark Ford Presents Mark Ford.
Mhm.
Great name, by the way.
Thank you.
It's available, I believe, to rent or to own
Yeah,
as well. So
It's
if you wanna
available.
get
The
that-
cheapest place to get it is Vimeo for 99 cents. But if you
Oh.
have Amazon Prime in the States or UK, you can watch it there. It's on Google Play as well, and it's on iTunes.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you can get the old stuff, and then and I'm guessing. So this, since the idea behind this new one is so different, it's completely different than your first one. Then.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the sensibility of my comedy is always the same. Like, I start off the other one in a white suit that doesn't fit well, and say I don't want anything to go wrong, and then I have my period. So I mean, they're all they're all out there. So
Was that your first as well?
that was my first period? Or
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. It was my first period and my first special.
Oh
Man, that's a
man,
hell
what
of
a
a
time to.
double. Wow. A
Yeah.
lot to deal with at once for an artist,
Winding that up,
It was a lot to deal with.
So you're touring as well. It looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. We just came off tour. Letterkenny did a live tour.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we did 2 tours last year. We did like 49 shows in 29 days or something like that.
You guys ever come to the
Which was a
States
lot-
with that?
There's talk of it. Yeah, there's talk that we're going to
Okay.
do that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's getting huge down here for
Yeah,
sure.
man.
It's growing it's growing really fast there.
Yeah. It's
Very
been big in
fast.
Canada for a while now, right? And now it's just like it's coming into the US and it's saturating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we only got on Hulu last year.
Yep. First
and
2 seasons.
The
and that
demand was so much that they released the rest of it.
I can see why.
Yeah.
I mean, me and him binged the show so quick. Like we were like, "Whoa!" It was
Yeah.
just instant addiction.
And
Yeah.
it's one of those word of mouth shows too. Like we heard about it from friends before watching it ourselves.
Oh,
and then
cool.
we went out and told all of our friends. It's like one of those type of shows where it's like,
Yeah.
dude, you would fucking love this. We'll definitely do a deep dive into Letterkenny towards the end here. I didn't want to jump off the bat with all the
Oh, no worries. Wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did a tour with them. Jared came up with that show. He made a couple webisodes of it.
Yes.
And they got like millions of views on those. And then they just turned into a TV show, and he does most of the writing.
wow.
He does have some writers, but it's mostly all him.
Yeah.
And he just has his own voice and his own way of being. And he's the coolest dude, nicest guy you'll ever meet.
Oh, that's
That's awesome.
fantastic. To hear.
That's awesome.
Very, very solid. You're very, shakes your hand, looks you in the eye, asks you about
So there is a bit of Wayne.
There is a bit of Wayne in him, yeah, definitely. Because he did come from a small Canadian town, which it's semi-based on. So he's top notch. That guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you know him previously before you came to Letterkenny or no?
No, I did another show here in Canada where the director Jacob had worked on, and then he asked me to come out and do the hockey coach. Jacob is also a writer on the show.
Yeah.
So it's Jacob and who plays Glenn on the show as well.
He's a director too, right?
Yeah, and he directs all the episodes. Yeah, it's mainly those guys, those two that do all the work, and then we get to come and play.
You show up and mess those trash cans up like no other.
How many have you gone through? God.
A lot.
Got a fucking back room full of trash cans.
A lot. And then I start kicking stuff. I'm not it's not even in the script. Like I think the golf episode, I kicked the golf bag, which I wouldn't recommend.
Ooh.
Those things are pretty sturdy, but fuck, it was funny.
I think they have metal running up the back of them. It can't be great for the top of your foot there.
They do. My foot's usually cut by the end of shoot.
Damn.
So,
Oh, jeez.
I've seen some behind the scenes takes with Letterkenny, sort of the bloopers and stuff like that. It seems like the director's a little no bullshit. Like he doesn't want to do a lot of takes. Jacob's pretty fun. Okay.
He's pretty fun.
Okay.
Those blooper clips that can come across when the director's like, "Come on, guys, keep it together."
Probably like the 12th take at that point or something.
Exactly. When I've just started having scenes with Jared, and it's next to impossible to when he's fucking being Wayne to
keep it straight. Oh, yeah. I can only imagine.
The
That's
Christmas
what I think
special was the hardest.
Yeah.
Just sitting on the floor talking to him about my wife's big tits. It was that line, "big tits," was the hardest thing I ever had to.
A lot of breaking, I guess. Yeah.
It was so hard. And knock knock, who's there? Big old boner in my underwear. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you guys have a lot of fun on that. But I don't want to walk away from what I asked before.
Okay.
Where are you touring? So
I'm doing a couple festivals here in Canada in Kitchener and Burlington, and then I'm off to Sydney and Perth and Melbourne.
That's awesome. Have you been to Australia before? Or?
Yeah, I've been a couple times. I
Cool.
did the Melbourne Festival and I did the Sydney Comedy Store. So yeah,
Wow.
it's great. Yeah.
I've never been myself. I've always wanted to go.
It's great. It's great. The thing is, it's very when you're in Melbourne, Australia, you'll feel like you're in any Canadian city, and you'll forget that you're in Australia.
Really?
Now, I haven't been to the inner workings because I have no interest.
That's where the
We're gonna wander the desert.
Interest in heat and things that can kill me. I don't want
That's
to
where all the
go there.
deadlines are. Yeah.
It's like the antithesis of the environment you were born into.
Totally. Right? Biggest thing you had to worry about was
Go
gardener
wander-
snakes.
Wander the outback.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
No.
No, I had no interest.
Yeah.
Stay on the coastline.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should go.
It would be fun. I mean, I got to get the time off from work and all that
Plane
fun
ride.
stuff. But
Oh.
You just
eventually.
tell them I said it's okay.
Mark,
Well,
I got a
heard it
signed note here from Mark Forward. Says I get a month off. See what that'll get.
Paid too. Notice that.
I'm gonna need a couple more of those on backstock.
So touring, you got a favorite spot, Mark? You got a favorite country you like to go to?
I love going to Scotland, and Canada is my favorite.
Old home. Can't blame you.
That's-
Feel you.
That's yeah.
It just feels right?
Are you not a traveler, or you prefer to stay close?
I would love to never leave my house ever. But
Just do all your shows from like a balcony, like fucking the Pope.
That'd be awesome. Or
Waiting
just
on
never
holiday.
do shows ever again. You know what I mean? Just have money and never leave my house.
Yeah, I mean, fucking, that'd be great.
But unfortunately, I chose the job that you have to go places.
Yes.
My
Yeah.
guidance counselor, he could have helped me out.
I think they're all just decking off too.
He
Yeah.
wanted me to be an electrician.
Really?
Yeah.
How are you with tools and
wires.
sockets?
I'm not great at all. I took one. And I remember in high school, they had half credits. So I took a half credit electrical course, which I think ran for like 6 weeks or something.
I mean, you could just like take a socket apart and you're like, I can't fucking put that back together.
I got like 93.
He's like, Mark, you're a fucking
On a
electrician waiting to happen.
On a half credit though, right?
This fat lazy prick comes in and he just looks at the marks and goes, "Yeah, you should be an electrician."
You got a
Like,
93.
what about the things I'm doing?
It sounds like something you say when you have your feet on the desk.
Yeah. Guidance
Electrician.
counselors are the biggest pieces of shit.
Oh, God.
Every one of them.
They beat
like
it all,
push-
man. Animal abusers, all of them. They're
It's
below.
like someone telling you what you should do with your life, and they've made that choice.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like going to a barber that has a terrible haircut. Like going to a hooker without a vagina.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the wrong business. You should be giving advice at that point.
Yeah. Anyway.
Nothing
Yeah,
about
so
the
he wanted
guidance
me to be an
counselors.
electrician.
So now that we've maligned all the guidance counselors,
Fuck them. Do you think that what percentage of your listeners do you think are guidance counselors?
I'm sure
No,
we have
that's
one or
a-
two.
we got a solid like
We're sorry.
0.3% maybe, right there.
I'm sorry to offend your 0.3%.
Nah, they'll get over it. I mean, they chose the career. They knew what they were getting dealt. Come on.
This is true.
Man. So you were theater first, right? Before you decided to get into comedy and all that?
That's correct. Yeah.
Was it also guidance counselor?
Acting electrician.
I started in theater. I went to theater school for 3 years and I hated it.
Yeah.
So, and then I graduated and I did live theater for about a year and I hated it. And
What'd you hate about all of it?
the actors.
Oh, yeah. There's a
Um,
lot of them.
Yeah.
big time egos in small town productions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I wanted to find something where I could perform and no one else was involved, and so I went into stand up.
Take them all off the stage. I like it.
You're like Michael Jordan going from basketball to golf, the
Yeah.
solo game.
Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about everyone else.
A little
Yeah,
better
right.
return there, though. I mean, that was Michael didn't do so well, but you're doing a lot better on your own than you were
I was
together.
gonna say, good point.
Man.
Yeah, it was terrible. I used to do this lunchtime theater. It was in the bottom of a big building downtown Toronto, and so the workers would come down with their lunch, like bankers and stuff. They'd watch a play at lunchtime, and they'd go back to work.
Okay.
And it was
Sounds like a jester
it was
almost.
exactly what you think it was.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. It seems. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
a lot of brown bags rattling and being opened, and the smell of tuna fish.
Oh,
And this,
fuck. That's my kryptonite, man. I would be throwing up on all those businessmen.
tuna is your kryptonite?
Dude, I cannot stand
yeah,
the smell of
he
tuna
hates
fish.
tuna.
I will rage
He
on a plane. If somebody opens tuna fish on a plane, I'm bringing that plane down.
The next
I
news
find it
story.
interesting. Why, as Americans, do you guys add the word fish?
Tuna fish.
Yeah,
Oh.
Because
I guess-
you can tune a lot of things. You can tune a piano.
yeah. All right.
I guess
that
I
was-
never picked up on that. Yeah. I mean, like, there's anything else, it's tuna.
Yeah, we just call it tuna up here. We're pretty clear that it's a fish.
You guys are ahead of the curve up there. I don't know what
There's some ambiguity down here.
It's like ice hockey. You guys always say ice.
Well, we got,
Because there's
in all
field
defense,
hockey.
we got field hockey in school.
Oh yeah, and you guys are all rushing out to
We're
watch
running around with
fucking field.
sticks and poking each other's eyes out. It's crazy down here.
No American is confused that you were talking about field hockey.
Yeah, we just like to add words, I guess.
Yeah.
There you
We're
go.
really descriptive here, okay? Because people get confused real easily in America.
It's like we're trying to sell you everything.
I'm not sure if you see
Field
what's
hockey.
going on politically.
Different kind of hockey.
I've seen what's going on.
Oh, you're aware. Okay, good. I'm glad.
Mhm. Yeah, I've checked it out once in a while. What's going on?
So, what made you transition to go into comedy? I mean, that's a. It's not a far gap, but it's definitely a transition to go from theater to comedy. I feel like.
I was working bar in a stand-up club,
Oh, nice.
Oh,
and thought, hey, I might be able to do that, and then I did.
Were you kind of a class clown, and that's why you went with it, or you just were like, you know what, I'm gonna try it?
A little bit in high school. I was pretty shy in primary school, but in high school, I was out there. I was doing plays and stuff in high school, and
Coming out of your shell,
trying
yeah.
to be funny. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's usually right around now in an interview where I'm like, who cares what I've done?
Oh, people care. People care, man. Come on now.
I mean, we do. We hope our fucking listeners.
Oh, no, I get it, but I mean, just, you know what I mean? Internally, I'm just like, who? Shut up.
Oh God.
Anyway.
No.
Yeah. So no, it's where were we?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you about the sort of opposite thing you do from comedy, which is the more serious roles, like in Fargo.
Yeah, Fargo was a lot of fun. That was a great show.
That's a more. I
Um,
mean, it kind of has comedic elements, just in the very dryness
Yes.
of the Coen brothers, right? Who
Yeah.
are involved in producing that.
Yeah. Noah writes them all, and he's a genius. And yeah, it was supposed to be Jim Gaffigan, and he had to back out. And then they needed someone, and I auditioned on a Tuesday, and then I was there on the Friday, I think, and
Wow,
terrified and scared, and
it worked out though. It looks like.
yeah, I mean, it was such a small audition too. It was just me and a guy and a camera, and I was like, "Oh, I'm never getting this." And then, yeah, next thing you know, I was in a room with Carrie Coon and Shea Wiggum and
Damn,
Boone McGregor, and you know, you're
it's huge.
yeah, you're just like, okay, well, let's
That's
get
why
to work.
people fucking care, Mark. You're looking for your reason, man. That's it.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah, I guess, but
so
that
that
shit was fun.
kind of comes from just saying yes, though. I would assume. I mean, the opportunities come up, you got to jump on them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you go, well, can I do a Fargo accent? And hopefully you do. And
You sounded
was
spot
that.
on from the clips. I didn't watch the whole season myself, because I'm still actually in the first season trying to work my way through.
okay.
But from the clips that I saw that you were in, it was a spot on accent.
Yeah, I mean, Canadian to Minnesota is it's not
Couple
not-
mild difference, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even when you say Minnesota, you know, let's get the soda.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. So, where are you guys from?
We're
York.
from New York
Oh, okay.
originally. I'm out in California now, but we grew up together in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Okay.
if you're
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah.
I went to school up in Plattsburgh near Montreal.
Oh, okay.
So
I know
I was up there every so often going across the border.
So where are you both now? You're in LA and you're
The Bay Area for me.
Oh yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And
In
you,
Albany,
sir?
New York.
Oh, okay.
Capital.
You're
Yeah.
good at you're podcasting across the country.
Yep.
Yep.
And now we're international.
And now we're
since we
going
got
international right now.
International.
We had a guy from Bristol, England, a few weeks ago too.
Well,
So
that
it's cool. It
It's hard
it
to
was
deal with time
pretty
difference.
good.
Yeah.
It worked out though. I mean, I'm glad we got him. He was a stoner cyclist who has cycled over 19,000 kilometers across Asia, Europe, and Australia.
Wow. Holy smokes.
So we were intimidated by his prowess, you know. Fucking, I don't know about Matt, but I almost died playing pickup basketball the other day.
Yeah.
I was literally, guys, no.
You got a desk job. You got to get him out there a little more.
Yeah, apparently, man. You fucking sit at a desk for 2 years, and all of a sudden you're gonna collapse when you have to go into a
He
sprint.
called me after. He's like, I almost died today. I was like, what happened, man? He's like, I played basketball.
My girlfriend looked at my eyes. She goes, "They're black. What are you're dying?"
It's just the demons taking over his body from not exercising.
Wow. Wait till you get old, and then getting some from the basement will kill you.
Oh man. So I mean that's kind of our bag, I guess. Is we've known each other for a while. Been doing this across the country for a little over 2 years now.
Well, great. Congratulations.
Yeah. But it lets us meet awesome people like you. I mean, I only see you on Hulu. I don't generally get to A-list celebrities. I'm bumping you up to A. I'm doing it.
You got bumped, man.
At least on our roster of
thanks.
Oh, you're fucking A+ up there.
I've got to say, you were one of the first characters he mentioned on Letterkenny too to me. He was like, the coach, man, his fucking coach he's got this fucking saying. He's fucking ridiculous. Like kicking the trash can.
The clip about the Oreo when you were ripping the whole team apart about the Oreos.
Yes. Oh, right, yeah.
I forgot what it was exactly. Yeah.
Special edition Oreo. I was fucking dying, dude. I'm on the ground laughing.
I get the scripts and then I always text Jared and I'm like, you asshole. Like I gotta remember all this.
Oh man.
How much do they let you sort of improv your stuff?
The thing is, most of it's there on the script, and so you don't really need to. I mean, Jared's huge on people bringing what they bring to it, and he's more than open to you doing that. But I would say most of it is the script.
Okay.
And if you have a funny line you throw in, he'll let you know right away that that's a keeper. Or
nice.
Yeah.
What about your the coach's catchphrase?
I was trying to think of where that came from, and it might have been improvised on the first time, but I can't say that for sure.
Okay, it feels very Mark.
Yes,
on certain levels.
I might have said it when I was leaving that first rant I ever did, and I think that's where it came from. But I also, if it was someone else's creation, I don't want to take it away from them.
Right,
but
right.
I think it was improvised.
It definitely feels like
I'm thinking like your throat at the end of a day of shooting, man. Are you like lemon and tea kind of thing?
It's been great because the last couple of seasons I haven't had to fly off the handle, which is kind of nice for a break.
Yeah,
I did learn to take aspirin before the shoot because it can
blood pressure.
It can because I like to push it. I like to take it to that ridiculous level. So
you have a bit of head, man.
I mean, it pays off, but we don't want you bursting blood vessels either. Like, take care of yourself for sure.
I have pretty bad headaches at the end of the day. So no, they'll give me aspirin before the shoot, and we're good to go.
Damn, I didn't realize it was so physical. The job.
It can be. Yeah, I got a bloody foot, and no, it's but it's lots of fun. So much fun. It's great. It's not having the responsibility that Jared does. I get to just go and play. I think Bill Burr used to say, you don't want to own the boat. You just want your buddy to own one so you can go and have a good time on it.
That's a great quote.
Yeah.
Matt, when are you getting a boat, dude?
Funny. I'll get a guy.
Yeah. So there you go. That's that.
That's fantastic. That's that. No, we got more from you, man.
Yeah.
And Letterkenny's becoming so big in America. It's literally taken off over the past 6 months, I would even say, as soon as it dropped on Hulu.
The crazy thing that I loved about it, and maybe Americans won't like that I love this, but when you guys couldn't get more, you were furious.
Yep.
And I quite enjoyed that. That was quite fun.
Yeah.
It was quite fun that
dangling a season over us.
Well, it was just it's just so rare that you're wanting television from somewhere else, and especially Canada. It was quite fun to sit back and watch people irate. Like, we're America. How do we not? We're supposed to have everything when we want it, and
It's how it goes for a lot of people here. Unfortunately.
now on the other hand, you're very active in getting what you like and what you want, and you're
Sometimes to a dangerous extent.
you're also very good at like looking up actors that you like you become fans, where Canadians we don't do that. We're very lethargic in that way. We're very I enjoyed that guy, he'll be all right.
It's like I'll see him around.
Yeah,
That's so funny. Yeah, no, we
I'm
like
not gonna look.
Casual fans.
I'm not gonna look up if he's done a special or if he does anything else. He'll be all right.
Yeah, Americans, we're doing like a deep dive, becoming like deadly passionate. Like,
It's great.
I know where he went to school. I know who he dated for his first girlfriend.
It's great because the demand is like, what do you got? What are you selling? Where can we get it? And it's just so foreign to me as a Canadian, because Canadians just don't do that.
Ravenous fandom.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's very noticeable since it got on Hulu. Yeah, it's just flipped that Americans have taken it over. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's I've been wanting to say it, but I don't want it to come off the wrong way.
Sure.
I feel like it's the next Trailer Park Boys, and like I don't want to say that because like I don't know if that's necessarily. It's not.
just
I
so
see
there's-
Letterkenny as something different. It is something different, but that's all we have as Americans for a reference for like the last Canadian comedy that was like huge.
Yes.
For us.
No, I get it. I get the comparisons in the small town Canadian way of life. Yeah, I think they're two very different shows.
way different.
But yeah, I get it. And they've had great success. So hopefully we keep going for 14 seasons or whatever they've done.
Yeah.
I know
Plus-
Jared wants to do it till he's dead. So
That's
Hey.
great to hear.
yeah,
He
we're,
He has a long,
loves
happy
it.
life.
he absolutely loves doing it. So, and he's just, he's a very grounded human being and knows how lucky, and but hardworking, but lucky he is too. Yeah.
It's great to see all the new stuff coming. I just watched the Valentine's Day special.
yeah, you're amazing in
You
that.
did get everything.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's, I
You're
like
very
how,
into yourself in that one.
yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, there was a little bit of improv on that one, but but yeah, no, I love how they're expanding Couch and giving him a little more life. And I think Barb was improvised, and Jared, when he likes something, he just runs with it. So this whole My Wife Being Dead is just growing and growing. And
Oh man, yeah.
Becoming a whole backstory.
yeah, there's some stuff coming up in another season that we've shot that has to do with it too. So yeah, no, it's great. I have so much fun doing it, and the cast is all lovely, and there's not an asshole in the bunch. He doesn't keep assholes in his life, so
So that's good.
Yeah.
yeah,
That makes sense. You guys all seem like you're having a great time on set. Yeah.
totally having a good time. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a fun show to be a part of. All the characters are interesting to play, and so yeah, no, it's great. It's always so funny when you're talking about comedy and you get all serious.
I know, right? Yeah,
Well,
it's like,
That's life, man.
yeah, true. True.
Yeah,
There's
no, it's good.
Seriousness,
I
yeah.
love being a part of it.
Now, obviously, Letterkenny's huge and everything. Do you have like a favorite project that you've worked on as an actor, or putting you on the spot? But would it be Letterkenny, or would it be a more serious project? Like,
I love Letterkenny because I like that character a lot. I really enjoyed Fargo because I got to do something that I think I was able, that I had the ability and no one else was giving me the opportunity. So I really enjoyed that. And the writing on Fargo is just so good. And I was a huge fan of it when I got the part. So those two would be my favorite, and then stand-up wise, this special coming out is my favorite thing I've ever done.
I can't wait to see it. Yeah. I'm
I'm really looking forward to it.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask you about you did some voice acting that we haven't touched on.
Yeah.
Cupcake and Dino.
Cupcake and Dino.
I know.
Yeah, that's how we pronounce it in Canada.
You got me there, man.
Yeah, it's a cartoon that's on Netflix in 180 countries, and I play a guy named Hugo, who is the exact opposite of Coach on Letterkenny. He's sweet and kind and unassuming and has feelings. And
Yeah, I was gonna say he's a very like gentle character.
Yeah,
I've watched a couple episodes.
he's very sheepish, and so I like I said, I've been very fortunate to dabble in a bunch of different things, and that was a lot of fun. So hopefully that keeps going as well.
Do you like doing the voice acting?
Oh, it's great. You don't have to look good.
You don't have to wear pants. I mean,
You're in the booth alone.
Yeah.
Just no other
off of paper. It's not. You do like solo recordings for that kind of stuff. You don't.
That one we do. Yeah, we do it. Some will do full cast, but that one we do one by one. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's a great job. Painless job.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's on Netflix. Check it out.
Sweet.
See that plug? Cupcake and Dino.
There you go.
Cupcake and Dino.
At least you can pronounce it correctly, unlike me.
So
Well, Dino from the Flintstones will be pronounced Dino. So
Yeah.
So what else is coming up for Mark on top of the new special? I mean, is there anything else besides, obviously new Letterkenny seasons? Is there anything else you're working on right now that might be coming out soon?
No, that's it.
That's it.
No, I'm in development for my own show here in Canada, so we've been working on that, and we're trying to do a web series for. Did you guys ever get The Littlest Hobo down there? Probably not.
I don't believe so.
No. Yeah, it was like,
Sounds like a Christmas tale.
Here in Canada, in the 70s, we had a show where this German Shepherd would just show up into people's lives, and they would have problems, and they would be fixed by the end of the episode because this dog came into their life.
okay.
It's
People
so
desperately need a dog, I guess.
So it's like a retired army guy, and he's taken the bottle, and he's been drinking excessively, and this dog comes into his life, and he has all these conversations with the dog, but he's basically answering his own.
I was gonna say, can the dog talk?
No.
Okay.
What?
And
Just
this
give it a
show
sad
ran
look back.
forever. It was kind of like Lassie, I guess, for
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
or Benji, but he would be like stopping jewel thieves, and he would be, and then at the end of the episode, like the Incredible Hulk, he's walking down a dirt road onto his next. Yeah, it ends the same way as the Incredible Hulk used to. So yeah, anyway, so we're trying to make this web series that takes the piss out of that.
It's a little hobo that just wanders up to people and solves their problems.
Dog, and like in one episode, a boy falls in the well. The dog finds him. The classic cliche dog well story, and he goes to get help and finds this old man who is saying, "What's wrong? What do you need?" And he thinks the dog wants him to put peanut butter on his testicles.
Of course, right.
So he's imposing his will on what he thinks the dog is telling him. And that's the way most of the episodes go, that people talk to the dog and go, "What? You want me to try to be a singer again?" I
yeah.
shouldn't. I can't. That kind of thing. So it's basically
Do you eventually just like cut to a skeleton in a well? Like fucking.
I think the dog crawls out. The kid crawls out, and the dog finally is there to greet him, and he licks his face. And the kid's like,
Oh, peanut butter.
yeah, and the kid's allergic to peanut butter.
Don't kick him while he's down. Why don't you?
So yeah, that's something.
I feel deprived. I want the littlest hobo. It's called.
Yeah, it should be on YouTube. Look it up.
Okay.
It's pretty bad.
I'm
It's
gonna have
pretty
to write- I'm gonna write that.
pretty 1970s. Littlest hobo.
Oh man.
Oh,
yeah.
Another one of your videos that I had watched was stress tips with Mark
Yeah.
Forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened, man? They sort of dropped off. I needed more tips to keep me nice and calm.
Yeah, I was making those with a guy named Dave Dunville, and we were having a lot of fun. And then he got busy, and I got busy, and yeah, we just stopped. But we had a lot of fun making those. They're pretty dark.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, they-
speaking of dogs,
Take
there
dark
was
turns.
oof, that dog one was like, whoa.
Yeah, we didn't really avoid going there. So yeah, no, that's
It was
I have
It's a
so
quick
much fun.
evolution from episode 1 to 4, though. I have to
Yeah.
say.
Yes.
We eased people in with the rock throwing one, and then yeah, the next thing you know, I'm a prostitute on the street.
Yep.
Yeah.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, those were a lot of fun.
It sort of felt a little bit like a precursor to the survival tips. It
Right,
had like a similar sort of in the same vein, kind of.
right.
Yeah, survival tips. Keep breathing.
Yeah.
Gotta get that air. It's a good survival tip.
Yeah.
I always look forward to those. I'm a bit of a prepper myself, so that's definitely coming in handy.
Thanks. Well,
We're looking forward to everything that you're putting out, man.
hey, thanks very much.
Your podcast, the new stand-up special, we're definitely gonna be watching. That's coming out February 22nd. Where's the best place to get that?
You guys might not be able to get it.
Son of a
That's what I was
bitch.
worried about. Yep. Crave, man. What's up with Crave? They got to come to America.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
See, this is that rabid fandom you were talking about. We're
Yeah.
already like foaming.
No, it's been great because I already had people on Twitter asking me from the States, like, what the fuck? How are we supposed to watch it? And I'm
What's
like,
your problem, Mark?
you guys do this all the time. Like, there's tons of your content we can't see.
Well, I mean, this is the MO for Canada, I must say, because
Mm.
they did the same thing to us in New York with weed.
Yeah.
We would always get the shittiest stuff, and they would keep the best stuff to themselves.
Good for us.
And eventually, it would trickle out, and we'd go, "What the fuck? You had this the whole fucking time." So I'm not surprised it's happening with TV shows, comedy, all the great.
How's it now? Is our weed still better?
I'm in Canada, or I'm sorry, I'm in
So obviously
California.
not.
Yeah, well, I got a different league going on here.
Yeah.
Can't even remember where I am. The weed's so good.
Yeah. They smoke things called moon rocks that take you to the moon.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know how
Well, you
do it.
guys are legal across the whole country now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys are pretty much handing it out at the border, right? When you come in.
Yeah.
Goodie
we have
bag.
stores, and you can order it online, and it'll get mailed to your house.
Ah, beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, Matt's still an outlaw in New York.
Yeah.
Wow.
I live on the dark side of the law. What's up?
And you announced it
Yeah,
on
also a bit of revelry.
do you have a warrant out for you?
Hold on, guys. I think I hear the cops at the door. Oh man.
But I mean, I don't know what their situation is. I mean, are you still getting Canadian buds down there, Matt?
I mean, it comes from God knows where. I don't know. It could Mexico, somewhere, Europe. I don't know.
Yeah.
As long
All
as
this
it's
rat
there.
nest.
And, yeah.
Shouldn't you know what you're putting in your body and where it's coming from?
I don't know if you know this, Mark, but the black market doesn't come with a transcript for where the product's been. So I mean,
I did not know that. Did not know that.
Yeah.
It's
So,
also good advice for when you're in the club.
Well, I
one
mean,
can
I haven't-
understand where it's coming from.
I haven't done very much in my life. So
okay.
I had a pot cookie for the first time like 2 years ago.
You just woke up.
No one told me what,
Oh God,
did.
that's cruel.
and I was at a table of like 25 people at a restaurant,
Oh wow.
and it was a nightmare. It was an absolute
man.
nightmare. I
That's
just remember someone yelling at me, "What do you want to order?" And I thought I told them like 10 times.
Oh no.
But
Going
apparently
over in your head.
I hadn't moved.
oh man, yeah.
Um,
It's way more of a psychedelic than smoking weed is. It's
Yeah, and no one told me that. So I thought, I had it, and I had a really bad headache, and I thought, oh, this might help take it away.
Yeah, it'll blow your mind right out of the back of your fucking head.
Did it?
Horrible. I don't understand why you would enjoy that. It felt like a little man in my head, and he had a whole bunch of levers, but he didn't know what the fuck any of them did.
Just paralyzed.
He's just pulling levers. I think I'm lifting my arm and my legs going. You know what I mean? It was horrible. And no one said, just go home.
Yeah, you needed a babysitter. Is
Yeah.
what it sounds
I
like.
needed a friend in that moment. I could just say, go home.
Who
Where's
gave you the
quiet?
cookie? They weren't a friend, obviously.
No. And I remember a friend took me, walked me around the building for fresh air, and I did it twice. And around the building, she said the exact same things at the exact same points. So I
You're in a loop.
was really freaked out. I was like,
Frozen in
did
time.
you already say that? Yeah.
I think I
that was
was
not
not
a-
a future, man.
It was great, though, because the first 10 minutes was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And there was karaoke happening. And I remember 2 guys got called up at the same time, and they got into a big argument, and I was crying laughing that 2 grown men were arguing about who is next at karaoke.
Oh my god.
And then the one guy finally conceded, and then he pulled up his chair and he sat right in front of the stage.
Oh man.
As an act of protest, or
Yeah, just sat there with his arms crossed in front of this guy singing. And that was my first 10 minutes of that cookie. And it was so funny. It was so funny. And then it just went all to hell. Then, then things started moving.
then the roller coaster finally fucking hit the decline.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Going up the hill was great.
The view, all that. Fantastic. Yeah, teach their own. I mean, start out small is what we kind of always suggest.
Yeah, not a whole cookie or anything.
I mean, they put that on a lot of the labels now. It says like, fucking do half. Like,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
letters, fucking do half. Like,
Yeah. They were getting crazy for a while, man. Some of the doses out there in Cali when I was visiting you were like way too much for the normal connoisseur of fucking marijuana, let alone a fucking newbie.
yeah. Matt and I have had this little kind of ongoing spat over whether or not edibles affect him. I say they absolutely
We're gonna bring this
do.
into this. They
From
don't.
outside
People
perspective.
metabolize marijuana differently than other people, and edibles don't affect me. We're gonna have a podcast that I take an edible on air. We talk for 3 hours, and we're gonna let the listeners determine if I'm.
And after
fucking
two
liar or
and a
not.
half hours of me watching Matt comatose in a chair, I'll finally end the episode saying, yeah, it fucking does knock
We'll
him the
see.
fuck out.
We'll see. We'll do a gentleman's bet on this, but that's another time, another place. Right now,
Matt, you think they don't affect you?
yeah, it's literally there's a science to it. It's the way I metabolize it. Like, I'm not
All right.
Superman. I just the fucking way that my body eats weed, it doesn't fucking register it. But if I smoke it, yes, I can't smoke a shit ton of weed. I'm not doing the whole tolerance thing where it's like I can eat all the weed in the world. No, I'm
Right.
saying like it doesn't affect me. Like
I watched this
you know.
man eat a cake and pass out in a chair before. But
it's a lie.
I will attest to this.
Just a regular cake?
Space cake.
Yeah, but that was after the space cake.
Huh.
Oh
man.
man.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah. We'll let you know how it turns out.
Yeah.
So, Mark, thank you very, very much
Oh,
for coming
thanks
on.
for having me, guys. I appreciate
It's
it.
been fantastic.
Well, it's nice to talk to people that actually, are into what you do. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Thanks,
definitely.
gents.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And you're welcome back anytime you
Oh,
got
I'd
something.
love to. Maybe I'll eat a cookie and we'll see what.
Oh boy,
God.
we'll take you for a
2
lap or two. Don't worry.
I was
Okay.
gonna say
We won't
we're
say the
not
same
there to
thing.
hold your hand, but
All right, boys.
all right. So make sure to follow him on. Where can people follow you?
Twitter at Mark Forward with an extra D.
Hey,
Oh, double D and Mark.
yeah, check him out. And if you are in Canada, make sure to get his new special coming out on the 22nd. That is Mark Forward wins all the awards.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Mark.
you, sir. All right, people. Thank you for tuning in. We love each and every one of you. And until next time, that's it.
There you go.
We smoking America. We passing America. I'm mapping America. I'm second America. We talking America. We blazing America. This is fucking America. We second America.
This has been American Slacker Podcast. You can reach the show by searching American Slacker on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Reddit, or send them an email to americanslackerpodcast@gmail.com. You can download and rate American Slacker on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, and all other podcast platforms. Visit the show's website, aspodcast.com, where you will find every episode, official merchandise, and links to their Patreon if you would like to support American Slacker.
We smoking America. We passing America. I'm mapping America.